if I had this any longer, I would be arrested for copying music. So, how are you today, my friends? Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. It's sometime, somehow, when you are awake, you will listen to this. If not, you are asleep. Yes. What's up? I feel a little bit cold today. A little bit in my lungs that have been entering. So what's the topic? I can't always talk about Israel and Palestinian topic because it's not that interesting to push this topic every day. I can somebody is working here exactly the moment I want to have some major points in my video. But I was out talking with them and showing my appreciation for their work that have been done and the nice way they were together with me, for example. So I'm just happy. I'm enjoying their time. And today is the last time they are here. Something here. So today, what's up today? Shabbat Shalom, by the way, it's a great Shabbat, beginning with sunshine in my eyes. So the big topic, maybe I go back a little bit to the topic where I left last time about believing in God. I didn't go into depth with it, but I touched on some points that maybe give some eye-opener. There can be arguments, disputes about it, because do I always go into this when I talk about me, my ability, my limitations, all this kind of stuff that you may feel that I do, and I do. I touched on our sensory organs, but I didn't touch on the complexity of that we are light. We are not dark matter, we are light. And in that regard, I didn't say, talked about, we have limitations, obviously, we have. And we can't state fact as fact. And our laws portrays our disabilities in many ways. Our laws is very stringent made up because it needs to be factual all the time. It needs to be very straight. And even then, we seem to lack something more profound, more deep. When we, for example, meet lecturers or people that are very knowledgeable in different degrees, we feel that some part is missing out, like the spiritual human touch. And I would guess that is why they are stringent. It's why they are very precise, because what a human can say is in my regard, it's very limited. I can talk for half an hour about especially nothing. It's when we come to some kind of essence, we don't really know. It's kind of, I showed this regarding God, the tape roll, and it's kind of hollow. Everything that we talk about, examine, have some hole, some kind of empty space within everything. And that's one of my topics, major topics, is the hollow space. It's the spacing in every atom. Atom is, we don't even know, they have made some pictures of atoms, but in fact we don't know. It's what is smaller than atoms? The electrons and photons and all this kind of light, matter of light. And is light a matter? It's a matter of opinion. So I'm not a lecturer in this, but I can talk about things I can't know, but I know, yes, partly of. That's how hollow I am, and it doesn't mean that I shouldn't talk. It's for me, talking is like this noise. It's making noise into an environment that should be clean for noise, because every time we say something, it's within our own limitation, and it's all this kind of stuff that we have some personality to it, because we are we, and I am me, and that's why I do it in this way, not your way. If you're not satisfied with it, I can't care about it. What is there to care? It's not like that I don't take criticism of it, but it's what can I do? I'm not you, and maybe people does misunderstand that concept. That I often say that I don't care about your opinion. I don't care about you. It's not that I'm disrespectful of that. But it's my own limitation. What can I do? What is it about you that I should know and take considerate of? It's nothing. It's what it is. I need to hear it before I can consider it. So what is there to consider if you don't comment on this, if you don't write, if you don't give me feedback? What is there to consider? It's kind of obvious case that I should know something, of course, but I know by learning too. I know by exercising my things. But in every case, every atom in every matter, it's a whole. It's kind of a spheric thing that makes up the void that every atom is made of. like you have a name. My name is Ole, but it is just a void to my own personality. It's not the real me. Ole is not a real me. It's just a name I use, or is used because it's convenient to name some persons what they can be referred to. It's kind of a outer shell for the inner origin, the inner part. Every person have his number if they are born in a developed country with all these registrations. Other countries, they may have other definitions of it, but maybe when a lady is born, they call her flower of the ocean. Maybe it's some kind of a degree of the personality. It's more close to the personality that's involved. And it's interesting because we have, here in Norway, we have not name after personality. Maybe we will calculate by this astrology or this numeric ideas that the name have some numeric value to it, so it pinpoints the personality. And also those that believe that when I'm born in exact this moment, which I couldn't comprehend that. I can't say it's right or wrong, but there are people that believe that your personality is dependent on outer or remote conjunctions, where the stars is, where you were at the specific moment. I think it is all mysticism, and it's all just some way for the human to define itself. So they go by numbers, and I don't really embrace it wholeheartedly. I think your personality is a multifaceted thing. You can't, when you meet people, they are disappointed because they thought of you in a different way, but it's their opinion. You can't live after people's opinion. You can't live after what people are saying who you are. That is degree of discrimination that one can't live after. It's impossible to live after people's expectations. You will, in one way or the other, disappoint people full time. What? Am I this? Am I this? Should I live after that kind of idea or ideology? Or is it a kind of, I make up you to be a certain friend, so you can't disappoint me. If you disappoint me, you will be punished by me. I will verbally abuse you because you don't stand up to my expectations. So I have met a lot of those people. It's a degree of discrimination and elimination of a human spirit. When you disappoint people, I have been disappointed too, of course, but it's when you expect something from someone that you can't really get. It's when we listen to this. It's when we are praying to God. We expect something from God because we made him to be like that. It's the kind of belief system they made up today. that I believe so hard that God will do this and that. So, what can God say? You defined me to be a cruel entity. You defined me to be a giving granddad. So, how obnoxious are you to do that to another person you have never met? No, this is not belief, my friend. To believe in God is exclude your expectations of God. The reality, to comprehend the reality. This is the way, my friend, that you can't believe in a God that you have so high expectations of. Yet Jesus said, believe in me, yeah, but and where 2 and 3 are together, they will be answered. I don't go into this matter because that is a different level and it's a different topic, I believe. I can't claim to have an answer to that. But I believe in unionship. I believe in that we belong together. And where 2 or 3 are together, we will be. If we can't feel some kind of unionship, we will never get the answer we are striving for. If you can't feel the unionship with your brother or your sister, you will not have the flow going. It's kind of a waste of energy to hope for that. When friends are meeting together, 2 or 3, it's kind of, if we listen to each other. I saw just recently, it was recently I went to this place. They had a lot of talk, and they were talking about creation, and they had a conversation which is over. Sorry for that. The communication or conversation they had was just overdoing the interruptions they could. One was sitting a little bit aside and he was not that actively verbal, but those that were very verbal, they had their highest point when they could interrupt the other one. I portray this in a jokingly way, but to talk when you don't feel united, it's empty. It's something. It's not there. It's not a unionship. It's me, only me, and my opinion. That is the case. We are not really listening to each other, and they may claim, I'm really listening to you, but in fact, he or she missed out completely. So what happens when we miss out, my friend? There is no unionship. There is it's nothing there. When 2 or 3 comes together, it's a very essential word. When 2 or 3 comes together, we rely on that. God will intervene and God will answer, but I think it's fake. I don't believe so much in that. I believe in the union. That is, there's something there that we can't point on, but it is definitely some kind of fellowship. It's kind of that fellowship the gospel was talking about, that we have missed out today because it's me, and me. And don't forget, it's me. And I think that when people are coming together, we should strive for unionship. That is believe in God. the void, the collecting void. It's beautiful in its own character. People that think that I'm so experienced, I'm so educated, I'm so this and I'm so PhD. I'm so up there, and they are so relied on me and all depend on me. Don't those people that think in that way? 1 minute, only 1 second or minute, it doesn't take a long time to ask the question. What about them? What do they have to say? What is their interaction? What is their play in this? I don't think people mind even to stop and think and reflect and contemplate. It's just here, me and now. Can't it be we, where I'm playing a part, a role? And I said, I didn't say much, but can I sit here? Oh yeah, come on, sit here. But while they were interrupting each other full time, didn't listen to each other, but it was a touchy topic. They were talking about either it was a creation or God or resurrection or not. So I felt very awkward. I was just looking at them, watching them talk like that, and I didn't say something. I acted as I was part of it, but I didn't participate with it. So I went away, took some rounds of billiards with someone that wanted to play billiard. And coming back, because I met my lady friend, and before we went out, I went in to say bye-bye to those friends. I wanted to say bye because it's good to say bye-bye, and I feel a kind of unionship with them. In a way that maybe they don't feel it, maybe it's already there, but I couldn't see it while I was sitting there. So I said bye-bye. Oh, you can come and sit, but I replied that I can't stand having to join you when you are all up about interrupting each other. I can't participate in that. So they laughed, blinked at me, and off I went. So that was the conversation back then, and it's not really nice. You don't feel that we have something together. It's nice to listen. I would voice that in my videos, that relationship is when we relate to each other. And to believe in God is also to believe in my fellow human being. Maybe more than we have been focused on or prioritizing on in our worship of God. I think worship of God is maybe, I just let it out there, it's maybe a waste of time. Let us worship the unionship with each other. We have been so preoccupied with God. If you can't say God, Jesus, or whoever, prophet it was, you are not a Christian, you are not a Jew, you are not a Muslim. I don't know, my friends, are you all that religious superficial? To talk about God, Jesus said something, or someone said something that, how can you love God and hate your brother? it's also about me. I'm not sitting on a golden throne here. It is black. We have to be sobering up. And to believe in God is just some kind of sobering up. It's humbling at the same time. You have to be realistic. To believe in God is, I think it's 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 something we have not talked about or prioritizing about, that God is someone up there, but what have we to do with God? Where is God within ourselves? Where is God when we meet our friends, our family, siblings, and so on? Our children. Where is God there? Can't you get it in your mind that God is everywhere and should be among us? God should be very strongly among us. And when I'm absent, when I'm all alone, I feel the unionship with my friends. I feel it because I'm not that tender or sensitive anymore. It's good to feel this unionship with people that you can relate to in a good way, that are not cheating you or dishonest or playing you a game or something. It's very sobering for me as well, because I need to be trustworthy. I need to be someone that they can depend and rely on in some degree. It's not all about me and me. It's how I can interact with the people. So my friends, this was more than I could inhale. And I had my coffee. It was good. And people are finishing up here. People are going home. Shabbat Shalom, and I hope that your weekend will be good for you. Maybe this will touch you in some way. I hope so, and I wish so, and we ask for God's blessing. We ask for the blessing of the union. Before you meet your friends, can you bless them in some way? Just be silent and have this blessing attitude. Like Jacob had to his brother, he sent a lot of gifts. Maybe you can pray a lot of prayers for those that you have some issues with. Maybe you can do it because you need to soften your own heart. You need to be prepared. I am the one that need to be prepared. I can't look to someone else. You have to be prepared to meet me. No, it's all about how I can prepare myself to meet my friends, to meet people in a good way, so they can feel a touch of something that is common, it's general, it's relatable, it's uniting us as human beings. When we see the nature, it's all in a kind of unionship, even though they want to give birth, they have to unite. That is the unionship that we may miss the most. So my friends, have a good day, Shabbat, Shalom, and a good weekend. May God bless you and keep you always.